So we are fully in my favourite point of the Football Manager life cycle of a save. This part just really excites me. I love it. We're at the stage now with Wrexham where we have, 2, 3, 4, 5 million or so to be spending on players in a transfer window. And the best value for money that we're going to get is by looking abroad for young players with high potential. It's what we've done. It's what we've done quite well over the past couple of seasons, bringing players in from abroad with high potential. And just looking for those players, finding their price points, getting them in, and they could be like a little hidden gem. It's my favourite part of Football Manager. If I could stay in this part of Football Manager forever, I would do. I love it. The thing is, it's difficult sometimes because when you do that, yes, they're going to have great potentials, but their current ability is maybe not fantastic. However, I think we have struck absolute gold because we're doing brilliantly. We're doing so well. Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode as we take on West Brom and Stoke in the Championship. Now, before we get into anything else, there are 3 uncertainties that I want to talk to you about, and I think most people in the comment section also had these doubts and worries with me. What we'll do actually is have a look at the formation first and foremost. And as you can see, we moved from the 4-4-2 that worked last season to, well, a 4-4-2 again, but the midfielders out wide are very much advanced and playing different roles. We've also got 2 strikers on the pitch whose finishing isn't brilliant and they're not really in goal-scoring roles either, so we're a bit concerned about where the goals were going to come from. So uncertainty and doubt 1 was the formation. Uncertainty and doubt number 2 was the keeper, Andreucci. Of course, he came in for a big price, and he's not that good. In fact, he's nowhere near as good as Chris Johns is at the moment. He's got plenty of potential, but right now, we could be looking a little sketchy with him. So Andreucci is concern and doubt number 2, and concern and doubt number 3, actually, I think I touched on it briefly before already, the strikers. They don't have great finishing. We were a bit concerned if they're going to score goals or not. However, I'm here to tell you, things are going brilliantly. Our new signing, Christian Roxvarg, the striker coming in with only 9 finishing, but coming in to play more of like an attacking midfielder. We've got him in the false 9 position right now, so he sits pretty deep and tries to get other people to play into the game. Well, what if I told you he's got 6 goals in 10 league appearances so far, 8 in 12 in all competitions. It's a really fantastic return. Our young goalkeeper, Gaston Andreucci as well. Well, we knew he wasn't going to be great. His attributes aren't brilliant. Yes, potential, attributes not so great. But what if I told you he's got 6 clean sheets in 10 league games so far? Last season, Chris Johns, in the entire season, only kept 9 clean sheets, so he's already on his way to eclipsing Chris Johns. And the formation, we worried about it. We worried that we've got young players in advanced attacking positions. We might be vulnerable to a lot of defensive errors and lots of counter-attacks and basically lose games by big amounts. Well, what if I told you we have won the majority of games in between episodes? Things right now, they could not be better. So, since we were last here for the 1-0 win against Middlesbrough, we actually lost 2 games in a row. A 2-0 loss to QPR, and then we lost 4-3 to Sheffield United in the EFL Cup second round, conceding a 95th minute goal to lose that game. Paul Dillon sent off in the 90th minute for us as well. We had an own goal in that game too. A different day, we would have beaten Sheffield United, but not that day. Since then, though, we went on a 5-game winning run, keeping plenty of clean sheets in there as well. Carlos Escobar and George Alexander scored in a 2-0 win away from home against Nottingham Forest. We recorded a huge 4-0 win against Peterborough United. Hull City, we pushed them out the way by beating them 2-1. Burnley, relegated from the Premiership last season, they lost 3-0 to us at home, which was a fantastic result for us, before the icing on the cake was a 6-0 win away from home against MK Dons. We were phenomenal in that game. We then sadly had to lose a game. This time it was 3-1 to Ipswich Town. And the last time we played a game was against Bournemouth and we drew it 1-1, but only because they scored a penalty in the 92nd minute. We have been on an absolute run. And I can't explain why we're so good, but we are so good. And so if we look at the Championship table, you can see that we are second right now by a single point with the highest goal difference in the league. It is absolutely phenomenal. Josh Tymon has been an absolute inspiration for us. He's got the highest average rating in the league so far and joint top in assists. Gaston Andreucci is second right now in clean sheets kept this season. We're so good. And the good news does not end there either. we've made one more signing to the club. We have replaced Tyson Allen on the left wing with a new player. Now, it's not the player we originally wanted it to be. We wanted David Kriz to come in to the club. We put a bid in for him, had it accepted, did the contract talks, but then he wasn't going to get a work permit. He just was not allowed to have a work permit. I'm not entirely sure why he wasn't given one. We'd have to work it out at some point in the future, because I'd still quite like to sign him, but we signed someone else. Towards the end of the transfer window, my scouts came through with a couple more... I mean, this guy looks quite good now that I've just clicked on the scouting centre. Let's just, get full knowledge on this guy. He looks quite good. But essentially, my scouts bring players into here for me, and I can see reports. And one of them was a left winger. And it was this left winger, Lorenzo Pizarro. And he is absolutely incredible. Look how good his physicals are. Look how good his technicals are. He's very good at running fast with the ball at his feet, but also 20 determination, 17 bravery. He's a great player to have around the club. The best part about this, he was mega cheap too. We bought him for just over £500,000 from Vitoria in Portugal, the top division team. I can't believe how lucky we've got with this. He has got championship current ability and does have 4.5 stars of potential. To me, that probably means he's going to be a Premier League quality player in the future, particularly being that he's only 19 years old right now. Can play on both wings as a winger on the right-hand side or an inside forward/inverted winger on the other side of the pitch, which is perfect, exactly what we need him for. So welcome, Lorenzo, to the team. I'm so happy you're here, and the best part about it is that he is head and shoulders right now better than Tyson Allen. So we sold him for 16 million, brought in a guy for £500,000 who's better. It remains to be seen in the future who's going to be better. It may well be Tyson Allen in the future. That's why Brentford wanted him so badly and not Lorenzo Pizarro, for example, but we'll find out in the future. So things are going brilliantly. I'm so happy, and it's like my favourite sort of period of a Football Manager save. I'm so happy. The team, though, has not really changed much this season. You can see from the appearances down here on the right-hand side of the screen that, I've not really changed the starting lineup much at all. If we scroll down, you can see players like James Jones, Apo Holm, even Jim McBangold and Jem Finley. They've not played games at all this season. But when we're winning and doing as well as we are right now, why would I want to change the lineups? So this is the team, and the back line is pretty much what it's been all season. Andreucci in goal with Timon, Cambuala, Thomas Parry and Pol in the team. These two are probably the two best centre-backs we have at the club, and because they're playing so well, it's actually a little bit unfair on players like Felipe Fernandez, who's coming on loan from Man United. He can't get into the team because they're playing so well, and technically, he is not the best, that centre defensive midfielders. Centre-back's the third best centre-back we have, but by the same token, Apo Holm can't get into the team. Oliver Street can't get into the team. The midfield has changed just a little bit. Webster stays as that box-to-box. He's been superb all season, but Hikaru has kind of usurped both Ethan Galbraith and, if we can find him, Satura, because Satura was not playing well, Galbraith not playing well. Actually, Hikaru has done really well coming into the team. So he has made a big jump from playing National League football last season to now playing Championship football this season, but he's taken to it like a duck to water so far. Even more impressive when you consider he was only brought into this team this season because we were panicking about having not many centre mids. For now, Jacobson and Rebergen stay on the wings, but of course we have our new guy Pizarro to play on the left. We've got Lorca to play on the right, and they are ready and raring to go should their opportunities come about if these two drop out of form. But so far, Eriksen's got 3 goals and quite a few assists. Rebergen's got 4 goals and I think 5 or 6 assists in all competitions. So again, they're both doing very well. And then up top, Escobar is the better striker out of him and Alexander right now. They're both on 3 goals, but with 8 goals in all competitions, Roxvarg is the leading man right now. He's been superb. So let's get into today's game against West Brom. We're currently second in the table. I believe they're 5th. It's a clash of 2 titans. So as kickoff is upon us here today, hopefully we're going to continue our good form and get a decent result here. Now, actually, we've not won in our last 2 games, a loss and a draw in the previous 2. Hopefully today we get back to winning ways, as looks like Roxvarg has been put through, puts the ball in towards Rebergen at the far post, his header though too close to the keeper. Highlights actually continuing though, as the keeper looks to build out from the back here, hoofs it up towards Wesley, who's going to win it in the air. Wesley wins it in the air for West Brom, but a nice interception from Pol there, sends it back to Andreucci, who puts it all the way up to Roxvarg right now, who can't get on the end of it. West Brom coming back towards us right now. Another ball to Wesley is cut out by Pol, who puts it back to Andreucci, who gets it up to Escobar, and the highlight is literally for this moment here, where the ball is nowhere near the line. Right. Thanks a lot, game. I was getting all excited about us scoring a goal. Free kick for West Brom, though, on the edge of the area, and it's annoying, that one. Andreucci drops that one into the back of the net. To be fair, it's a good set piece from West Brom that has really caught us out. Ballard was just completely unmarked in the middle. No one on him in fact, no. There was a player on him. Was it Roxvarg, who was meant to follow him, just didn't follow him? And they get a goal. Still, we can get back into this game as Timon pumps the ball into the middle. Too deep, though, and the keeper can collect that one easily. So the highlight is continuing. Right, can we win possession back as Wes looks to bring it forward, goes backwards into Moet, and under some pressure, they are forced backwards are West Brom. Nice pressing from Pizarro here in the middle of the pitch. He can't quite win it, though, as the ball over the top to Henry is good. West Brom in behind our defence, looking to get a ball into the middle, which they can't do. Andreucci with a good save from the shot coming from deep from Moet. Okay. West Brom maybe having the better of the opportunities so far in this game right now. But you've seen what we've done in between episodes. We're very good at scoring goals this season. I'm fully backing us to get back in this game. I mean, watch us now not do it. Watch it now be absolutely terrible and we just play an awful game and we score like 2 or 3 own goals. As we approach half time, though, the game is very much in at the balance. Not many shots for either team, not very high XG for either team, but I'd like to think before half time we can get ourselves back in this game as Timon, with the overlap, brings it into the West Brom half and is tackled and loses possession. You hate to see it. Can we win it back in the midfield, though? We can. Webster finds Escobar. Escobar takes it round the keeper and puts it in the back of the net. Back on level terms, right on the stroke of half time. You could not ask for better than that. Also, really well taken goal here by Escobar. At the moment, he's on some individual training to place his shots because he's not got great finishing, but he does have pretty good composure and technique. So for me, if he can place his shots, he might end up scoring more goals. But at half-time, things are level pegging, which is very good for us. We'll take that as a result right now, but I'm going to say I'm far from pleased because we're not winning. Now, annoyingly today, the players that I've been bigging up, particularly players like Pizarro and players like Christian in the middle, have we just scored a goal? We've scored a goal. I was not really paying attention there. Now, I think there might be a big offside there because I thought this was a defensive... Yeah, they're all offside, which is why I thought this was a defensive free kick. And I was very confused when it was put in the back of the net by Escobar, of all people. No, quite obviously offside. But as I was saying, players like Roxvarg are not playing particularly well today on a 6.7. Christian, you love to see it. And Thomas Parry with his 3rd of the season from a near post corner. We're back in front of this game, but if highlights could stop... I'm trying to slag some players off here, so if we could, get back to doing that, please, that would be great. But after we watch this great goal from Adam Thomas Parry. Right, as I was saying, players that I've been bigging up, like Jacobson on a 6-6, we're going to drag him off for Pizarro, who's going to come on the pitch. Also, Rebergen, he's been playing brilliantly in between episodes. We're going to drag him off for Lorca, but to play as a winger instead, because Lorca's only got a right foot. And actually, I'd say Pizarro as well. I was going to bring Christian off the pitch for George Alexander, but Pizarro or Hikaro, I'm not quite sure which way I'm going to say it. He's on a 6.5 right now, not playing brilliantly. Let's bring Galbraith on instead in the centre. So all 3 changes made at the same time with 30 minutes or so to go. Yes, maybe a little bit risky, but they're not playing particularly well. Let's drag them off, and hopefully the replacements will start to do well and maybe score another goal or 2 before this game is up. 20 minutes to go. Not a highlight since we scored our 2nd, and hopefully it stays like that. But obviously the more goals we score, the better it is for goal difference. There's a chance now, though, for West Brom as they look to bring the ball forward, but we force them all the way back under some pressure. Keeper hoofs it, and it's won nicely in the air by Paul, and Escobar can do something now. Into Lorca, who puts the ball forward in towards Christian, but Christian can't really do much with it. It wasn't the best of balls in the world, and in the end, West Brom advance into our half. Paul, oh, you hate to see it. That's what the highlight was for. 2nd yellow card of the game, has now got himself sent off. And I don't think anyone can really cover it right back. I don't think. Can Lorca drop back? Not really. Can Adam Thomas Parry play there? Not really. Okay, what we might have to do then is bring... No, we can't make more subs, can we? We've run out of substitutes. This is not ideal. I was going to bring Dylan on, but we can't. Right, well, Lorca's got to drop back, and Pizarro's got to drop back as well, and they can be inverted wingers on support and a winger on support. Do you have a big hole here? No one can play there. That's the issue. If I move Adam Thomas Parry there... Can anyone actually play there right now, other than Paul who's just been sent off? No, is the answer. So maybe just to have a body there, we bring Christian back just to have a body there. Not that it's going to do much, but it might just fill a gap that would be there left by no one. Okay, so 15 minutes to go. I'm a little bit nervy about this now as we lose possession immediately down to 10 men. Also, we should probably come off attacking, shouldn't we? Let's drop down to balance for this. That'd be a lot more sensible. Forgot to make that change as well. We should probably waste time too, but luckily West Brom don't score. If they did score, waste time would not be on. Let's actually do that right now, shall we, before I forget about this. So it's dropped down to a low tempo and we're going to waste time as much as possible with some very, very short passing. Although it's not really working because there is a highlight going on right now as Adam Thomas Parry gets it into Kambuala, into Galbraith, Galbraith into Pizarro, and Pizarro can't really do much with it. You hate to see it. Okay, please boys, can we just not concede the goal? This would be a great win for us against a West Brom team tipped for promotion. And it's the right back area that's let us down there. Pole's got himself sent off. We've got no right back to bring on because I made all the subs earlier on. Oh, that's not ideal at all. Okay, well, I guess we are playing for a draw now. So we'll leave everything as it is with the whole waste time and everything like that. But a draw would still be a very good result. It would leave us still second in the table as things stand right now. Although teams like Derby and Bournemouth are still to play games. A 2-2 draw against the West Brom team tipped for promotion is pretty good. And ordinarily, like last season, I'd be over the moon about this. But given how well we've played this season and in this game until the red card, I do feel a bit deflated. So Paul out for a match because of that red card, but of course that means next game you'll get to see Paul Dillon. And because the game is only in a couple of days' time, what we need to do is make sure we rest everyone because resting is key, I think, here. Also, just seeing that Adam Thomas Parry suspended for the next game as well, thanks to 5 yellow cards. So a few changes needed at the back. Okay, so for this game coming up, changes do need to be made. Obviously, Paul has got to come off for Paul Dillon, but we'll bring Adam Thomas Parry off for, on loan, Fernandez from Manchester United. But I think he's got a left foot, so him and Kambuala will swap over. On the bench instead, we will bring Oliver Street back onto it because he can play right back as well as centre back. I also want to give Pizarro a run out there instead of Jacobson today, see how he performs. But other than that, no changes, submit the team, let's go and get it. So kickoff is upon us and there's a highlight straight from the kickoff. Will we score an early goal in this game as Kambuala gets the ball forward into Webster? There's quite a few players arriving in the middle. The ball from Webster is put into Rebergen. Rebergen into Dillon, into Webster, into the middle, cleared, but only as far as Dillon, into Hikaru. Back to Webster, into Hikaru, into Dillon. I mean, are we going to score a goal here? Maybe. Oh, not quite. Pizarro with a great chance to score 30 seconds into the game. I think it will take a little bit of time for some of these youngsters to properly settle into the team. I think maybe that's why Statura, in his new role in the centre of midfield, is taking a little bit of time to adapt. Other players adapt a bit quicker, don't they? That's why Hikaru has done so well at the start of his season. But you never know. You never know. I think Pizarro in particular, it's only his third or fourth appearance technically. I think only his second start. He only started one game so far this season, I believe. So it's going to take a bit of time for him to settle into the team to start scoring goals. But I tell you what, Rebergen, he has not taken any time to settle at all. That's why he's at Man United. That's why he's valued so highly at Man United. But he's come here on loan to score amazing goals like that. Good work from Escobar here, by the way, to drag essentially 3 players out the way. I don't think he gets the assist here. I think the cross got blocked and Rebergen then scores a great goal. So I don't think he gets credited with the assist, which is annoying. But it's a great bit of work from him in the first instance. I'm still on it. I'm still on the whole hype train for Escobar. Yes, he's not quite developed to the same extent that we may want him to, but I still love him. Since that goal, though, nothing has happened for the rest of the first half, and we go into half-time 1-0 up in control of this game. Can you guys explain this? Because I can't. We are more attacking with a much younger and, immature team, with a keeper who's essentially rubbish, strikers who have terrible finishing, and yet here we are, dominating every game that we've played pretty much so far, as Webster doesn't pick up a penalty, or I'm not quite sure what the highlight was for. I thought right at the end there he was going to get brought down in the area for a penalty. It's not quite worked out that way, but we are still winning with 20 minutes to go. This time, though, Christian, again, having a poor game. He's just not... maybe he's camera shy. That's what it is. He's going to swap with George Alexander, though. And I think we're going to swap him and Escobar over. and make Escobar a target forward on support instead. Let's also bring Altin on at left back. Timon having a poor game today and looking tired, and George Webster also tired. Let's bring Galbraith on too. So 3 changes at the same time with 20 minutes to go. But this game has been very cagey. 8 shots apiece, not many highlights, and that's the way we like it. If we can win 1-0, we'll win 1-0 every single game to pick up the 3 points. And it seems like today we're going to get those 3 points to put us, I can't believe I'm saying this, 11 games, 12 games into the season for us, temporarily on top of the table. What a fantastic way to end the episode. A quarter of the way through the season as well, pretty much. A quarter of the way through the season, we're on top of the pile. Surely we can't stay there, though. Like, surely not. Can we? I don't know. I really don't know. Next episode, though, I think we come back in December, probably for, should we do Reading and Huddersfield maybe? 2 big away games, 2 teams at either end of the table as well. I reckon that might be good for next episode. So thank you very much for watching today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and of course, leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, have a wonderful evening. I will see you tomorrow for some more Wrexham Way. I'm in a great mood right now. I'm loving playing this, and I hope you're enjoying watching it too. Until then, have a good one. Goodbye.